It looks like I'm going to take a spin on this big old bike. All right, what's the basics here?
Okay, get on her and I'll show you the rounds here.
Booyah!
Okay. So when you're ready to roll here, you can just push it and drive. I'll actually turn these off. You don't need them on the road here. Or turn the ABS back. So you just push that button there.
That one?
Yeah, just drive right there. And then if you want to keep it in sport, you can push it again. So here's drive and here's neutral, and then drive to sport. So right now it's just in like regular transmission. It's not sporty.
Okay.
So it might be good to try.
Yeah. No. Does it just automatically shift now?
Yeah, it's like just like a car. You can choose to drop or hold a gear too if you want.
Cool.
But yeah, it'll just do all the shifting for you according to engine load.
Cool. Well, let's just go down a mile down the road or so. And
Yeah, if you want, we can just go down to the RV dump if you want to.
okay. Wow. Oh my God. Smooth as can be. Whoa. Yeah, the wife would like this much better. Wow. I love Chippewa, don't you get me wrong. This is just a totally different world right here. And this is like a Cadillac compared to the 701 on the road. It's just like there's really just no effort. Body is not getting beat up at all. It's very, very smooth. Pretty intuitive. It's weighted well. Yeah, I like that. Screw it. We'll give him 10 miles of getting beat up on 701. Then we'll get his impressions. I have to give it the thumbs up for this section. Man, I feel like this is something the wife would not mind being on the back of. The 701, I mean, it's working. I knew that getting it. So I don't even think about it. But this is pretty much just like you're floating. So pretty. Huh. Interesting, the differences. And he does just fine off-road with this baby. Damon does just fine off-road with this beast. I tell you what, I'd make it to meet people a lot easier on the road with something like this. I just don't know that I could handle the off-road part. I do love my 701. I might have to do some fishing down there. I can definitely see though, for the on-road portion, like to take this to Idaho to the top to do the BDR down, it wouldn't even be a thought. Just go. Part of it's going to be the bike and suspension, right? He also does not have knobby tires on, so there is that. It would be interesting to throw some 80/20s on the 701 and see. But the ergonomics for riding street, this feels good. It's weighted good. Got a higher windscreen than I'm used to. The automatic transmission is a little strange to me. It's kind of nice. A little strange. I've just never had that, so anyway, general consensus, nice bike. Of course, I'm just testing it on the road. I don't want to be the one scratching Damon's newer bike. I don't want to sign my name to that. But man, I just riding. It's almost as comfortable, almost as, I don't want to say thoughtless, but intuitive as just riding a car or truck. And he said we could go to the dump. So, I'm sorry, Damon, but I'm going to take you up on that. Save some wear and tear on my body. Hope you're not panicking too much. Appreciate you letting me do a little review. He said I could take it off-road too. I just like I said, I didn't want to be dumping his baby. And it is pretty. And as far as standing up, position feels pretty natural. Feels pretty good. I like it. Feeling out the brakes here and seeing what they're like. Should have gave him some off-road time on the 701 actually. Gave him the worst part of the bike, and it's not terrible. I'd say I've got at least 8,000 street miles on the 701 this year, since June of last year, so a little over. So it's definitely doable. Now, in all fairness, for this overview slash review, I did not take this bike off-road, so it'll just be my unprofessional opinion and my experience. And all on road, so I don't like to compare bikes to the 701 because I just love my Chippewa, okay? But if we get down here and you said which one would you rather ride for the next 2 hours on the road, I mean, duh, it would definitely be this one. But that's that, you know? Which one would I take on Lockhart? Oh, that would be just as easy to answer. 701. And we're just putting. But yeah. Am I an African twin fanboy now? I would not go that far. Would I say I like this bike for the time that I've got on the road? Yeah. It's a nice bike. I would assume, with my BDR experience that I have gained over the last couple years, that this would be a BMW worthy machine. And if you're not trailering your bike to the BDR, it'd definitely be not a bad one to get you there. I'd imagine that windscreen is very helpful. think my windscreen on the 701 ends about where the 26, 27 miles an hour are right now. And it does help, even as small as it is. I couldn't believe it does help. It just placed the wind in a different spot. So anyway, some nice scenery, and just something I don't usually get to do, riding a different bike. I can now have a small, very small opinion on Africa Twins and not be totally ignorant. And I'll put 15 miles or so on one. So keep that in mind on my opinion. It is mine, and it is 15 miles of back road. I can tell you, man, I'm a little tired. This is like so effortless, I'm falling asleep. Not that that's a bad thing. Here, fishy, fishy. Yeah. Something like that's where I'm going to pull my first fish out. With the Tenkara rod, not on the lake. He's still coming. Must be okay. Not really sure why the 701 didn't want to start today. That was interesting and a little frustrating. We'll delve into that here later. Alright. Yeah. Well, thanks, man.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking, I was riding this, I'm like, you know, this thing would be awesome with some supermoto wheels. You could, if you had that open road and supermoto wheels on that thing, you would be
Cutting in and out.
You gotta shut that off. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, it's a little bit different, a little heavier.
Yeah, that's like a Cadillac. I kept reaching for the just out of habit, but
yeah,
I could see you riding that long distance, man. That's
yeah, it's very comfortable in long distance. Like I say, you can see, you would see on a dirt where it gets a little tougher, the shortcomings start coming to the surface. But like in tighter stuff where you have to turn around, even you just
yeah. But its ergonomics are good. Like I stood up a few times just to see what it feels like. It feels like it's in the right spot, you know, your legs, and
yeah.
It's a nice bike. Nice bike.
It works for me.
Thanks for letting me try it. Now I can actually have a 15-minute opinion on Africa Twins rather than just a totally ignorant one.
Yeah. Well, it's good to try different stuff.
Yeah. No, that was awesome. I was just gonna do a mile, and then I'm like, well, he said we can go to the dump. Maybe we'll just go.
Might as well. I'd let you go all the way, but the road's getting all gravelly as hell over there. It's probably better you know your own bike on that, because
yeah,
over by the gas station it is gravelly going in and out. So I'll give you that much right now.
Yeah, I need to give you more time off-road on this though, where it shines. Plus,
yeah.
These tires are
well, I can definitely
ready to go.
Good off-road. You know, you sit there and you can just feel it.
Little bumpy. Where the handlebars, a little bumpy.
I'm used to it.
Just these are wearing.
I got it.
Like at an edge, so it's a little harsher than it usually is now on the road. But
I was trying it with the hands off the bars. It's stable.
Oh yeah.
I sit there steering.
It'll track right down the. Fun, man.
Yeah. Good time. So you going to the gas station now?
Yep. thanks for coming.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. It's always a good time with you.
It's good chum. He's the only one that caught fish. He caught a shark and then a little baby shark.